All right, it's good. Hello. Take a seat, take a seat. Hi. There's some people. There's some more people joining us, which is good, Sit so I can, yeah, I'll sit. Come in, join.
Is that food? Wait, no, that's not food. I thought that was like a non. Okay, it is food. I thought you were holding a cake pop. John cake pop.
Ice cream whale.
Looking for something?
I'm going to charge my phone. It's almost dead.
Oh, okay.
So might as well do it while I'm here.
Yeah, I have a couple spare chargers. I have one upstairs. Yeah.
I brought one with me because I knew sooner or later.
Oh yeah. You need them nowadays, so.
Yeah. 7%.
Yeah, definitely need to charge.
I don't even know where I'm going.
I guess we have everyone here, right? Can someone please check the time? I think we're a little bit past 9, right?
9:01.
9:01, 9:02. Yeah, we're good. All right. Mic check. I guess we're good. Yeah. Okay. All right. I guess we're gonna get started unless people had some things to say. But welcome everyone. This is Asexual Furs Meet and Greet, Furrydelphia 2023. Happy to be doing this this meet and greet here. Let me go ahead and get started. So this is the QR code for this presentation. If you do not scan this right now, that's completely fine. It'll be at the end of the presentation. If you know someone that has scanned this, bug them. They have this same code. You can spread the presentation among yourselves. So just wanted to make sure that was visible and everyone was aware of that. All right, hello. Come on in. All right, can you make it through the, yeah, I know it's kind of tight there with the tripod. All right, so once again, for those just joining us, this is the QR code for the presentation. You can scan it to get any time. If you miss it, don't worry, it's at the end of the presentation. Got it? All right, cool. So, who am I? Hi, my name is Blind Wolf Fate. I am a Cherry Hill NJ native. This is my 3rd year at Furrydelphia, 2nd time staffing, and I am also a COVID-19 survivor. I had it in December, would not recommend. And I currently identify as asexual, and this is the 2nd year for this panel. So the first time was last year, of course. So excited to be back to give this panel again. If you were here, so how many of you were here last year? Go ahead and clap. Were you here last year? Okay, we had some. Okay, we had most of you. What's that?
I've been here since the beginning.
Since the beginning. Okay. Hi. Come in. Are you good? Okay.
Would you like to sit?
Yeah, you wanna? No, you're good? Okay. So most of you were here last year. For those of you that were here last year, thank you. This presentation, apparently there's some good celebration going on next door. This presentation hasn't changed too much. I went and tweaked a couple things, but I did ask there's some real good stuff going on there. In any event, I did ask the ACE community, a couple different ACE chats, if there were any updates that people had they wanted to give. Didn't really get a ton of responses, but still happy to give it this year. So what is asexuality? It's the lack of sexual attraction towards other people. Thanks for coming. That's all it is, right? That's all we're doing. Panel done, right? So no. So once again, to go back, it's the lack of sexual attraction towards other people. So we're going to get into that and talk more about that. So I'll go back towards my joke slide. So why Asexual Furs Meet and Greet? So I actually looked up last year when I was making these slides, I looked up some material on telling others about ACE, and they use this line, which I thought it was clever because I came up with it first. or at least I thought I did, and then I went to that and like, man, they beat me to it. So orient you to the orientation. I just thought it was good. So what it is via a personal story and some other stuff, and what are some common misconceptions and what it isn't. Highlight some recent representation. Once again, I really didn't get any new stuff for that, but always happy to ask you guys here if you guys have any more information. Meet other asexuals and asexual allies. So you guys, want to meet you guys, share safe for work stories and experiences. So, and once again, special thanks to the Asexual First community for the feedback and input on this panel over time. So thank you guys out there on the internet or here, wherever you guys have given me feedback. It's wonderful and I appreciate it. So story time. So the year was 2000. I was about 14. I am 37 now. So a long time ago. So once again, in the year 2000, you know, back then we only had 3 sexual orientations, right? Those were just the 3, right? So straight by default, gay or bi, right? That was the story that you got in school, let's say, at the time. So I noticed others starting to notice people, but I didn't, right? So a scenario that might happen, someone may say to you, hey, what do you think of let's say, so-and-so girl? And you would say, well, what do you mean? And then they would say, you know, and you would say, I don't know. And then they would say, what do you mean? You're not gay, are you? And you say, oh, no, I'm not gay. So then if you're not gay and you're not bi, then you must be straight by default, right? You're kind of put back in that box. And that's not a good box to be in if you're not meant for that box, right? So then later in life, right, I thought, hey, asexual, doesn't that mean that you don't want a family or someone to spend life with? Like, that's not me, right? So I thought that's what it was. But then in 2012 or 2013, when I was 26, I was like, hey, am I actually asexual? So I was like, what is this thing? And so what changed between now and then? Well, I read stuff on the internet. It's basically what it comes down to. So it's people sharing experiences, just like everyone shares their love of furry and their experiences within the fandom. Same thing with ACE. So went to the AVEN forums, which I'll get into in a little bit. But AVEN and the AVEN wiki definitely changed my perspective on what ACE means to me, because I always knew that I was different. But I just wasn't sure how. So they definitely helped change that for me. So asexuality is the lack of sexual attraction towards other people, as I said. Shorthand is ACEs, as most of you know. Hi. Symbol may be the ace of spades symbol or cake. So why is cake? Cake, yeah, people love cake. So why cake? Because cake is better than, well, you know, that's kind of the joke there. So the flag, the black is for asexuality, gray is the area between sexual and asexual, white for sexuality, and purple for community. And I happen to have good old ace flag right here. Hooray! Ace flag, surprise. So I have that here, and you'll see them right here. I actually bought these 2 specifically for this presentation last year. So bought it for you guys just to show some pride. So what else is going on? Well, it's estimated that about 1% of the population is ace, but it could be more because, once again, most people don't know what this is, right? They're just kind of going through life and really not understanding what this orientation is. And they have those misconceptions, similar to what I had, right? And we have some nice art right there. So the invisible orientation. So schools don't really teach about asexuality, so how are people supposed to know it's an orientation at all, right? Now, it's been a long time since, let's say, high school or middle school health class, so I don't know what they do today. I'm assuming they don't really talk about orientations. They mostly talk about, you know, the other stuff. So someone out there, please change that. Please start to talk about the different orientations so people would feel at ease with themselves and with others. I think that's very important. Yeah, so those high school health classes, I can remember, you know, they would focus on putting a condom on a cucumber, and that's as risque as this. Well, yeah, that's about as risque as this panel may get. So that's just that visual there is pretty funny. What's that? Oh, well, I don't know, maybe. But in any event, are you or do you have a confused teen or young adult at home, right? If you know one, this is just a point here to remind yourself, right? Who do you know in your life that may be confused and maybe ace and not know it, right? So just want to throw that out there. I'm sorry? Okay.
You're saying, yeah, I know someone.
You know someone?
From Germany. They actually say they're arrow ace, but they somehow decide to say they don't count.
Okay, well, I mean that's for them, right? If they say they're if they say they don't count in the arrow ace spectrum, there's a ton of different orientations out there that they may want to choose something else or nothing at all because they're just not comfortable with it, and that's completely fine.
The reason they say it is because they're kind of afraid of getting attention. They're afraid people will probably reject or whatever.
Would not understand. Okay, well then it's a matter of education about to others, and that's what this panel is for, right? Among to meet others and to just give general education. So that's all good. I hope that they see this. So for those who assume they're straight but not very good at it, right? Like I did, they can pass as straight, right? So we talked about that by being put in the box because you're not attracted to anyone. And the way society is, right? Heteronormativity seems to be everywhere, right? So maybe they're ace but never had the right words to convey their experience or don't know ace is a thing, which I talked about before. So the invisible orientation, which I have a copy right here, that is the title of this slide in this book, an audio book. So I figured I would bring it in. I can always pass it around later if people are interested. So can aces? Yes, aces can do all these things. Aces can do all the things sexuals, aka allosexuals or allos, can. Yes, aces can masturbate or paw, and not all aces do that, or some may not like it, actually. Yes, they can have kinks or fetishes because it's about the lack of attraction to people, not particular things, right? Your kink or your fetish. Once again, people are clapping. Maybe they're clapping for us too. Yes, aces can have sex, but once again, some aces may not like that, that feeling. And aces can even have kids because why not, right? And you may be saying, well, what's going on here, right? It's about the lack of attraction to someone, not the actions that they do to or with other people. So just wanted to clarify that. And things can also feel good without sexual attraction to another person. So you may enjoy something, but that doesn't mean that or let's say you may enjoy doing something with someone, but that doesn't mean you're sexually attracted to them, right? And don't confuse feel good and comfortable with it, right? So someone can like something how it feels, but that doesn't mean that they enjoy doing that thing afterwards, if you will. That's more internal or mental. I have some.
Fire? Fire?
An emergency has been reported in this building. Please cease operation and leave the building utilizing
Oh
the
my.
This is the third one this year. Let's go.
We've already had two of them?
At Vancouver and at Motor City Furry.
Oh,
So
not this time, no.
No, not yet.
well, let's stay. Well, let's. I'll keep this here, and we'll keep it where we are, and then we'll continue.
What do you call it?
fire exit stairway.
A prank? I hope someone is pranking us and calling in.
Someone probably just pulled the freaking fire alarm.
Fire alarm? We had this at A&E a couple years ago
Honestly,
during the panel of Rabbit Valley.
Yeah, all right. Making sure you guys are coming out.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you putting this together.
Well, we'll see what we can do. Oh, we're getting that now. Now they really want us here. Are you getting?
My stuff here.
Okay.
I feel confident.
Go ahead.
I'm taking her.
All right.
And the ducky.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. You're so valid.
To be honest, someone probably.
Do you want me to stay with you?
It doesn't matter. It's all good. As long as you come back to the panel, I guess. I appreciate it though.
She has a massive blind spot right in the middle of your face.
I
So I
see.
know what it's like to not be able to
Sure.
see things as clearly as you want to.
Yep.
And pretty much everyone in my family is a terrible hand.
I see. you.
Hello.
All right, here we are. We're back.
Oh, my
Check
stuff's
1,
all burned to
2.
the ground. Whoops.
Oh no, all our stuff is burned to the ground.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
You stay?
Check 1, 2. 1, 2, check. Check 1, 2. Oh yeah, the thing turned off.
Yes, you may. This is bubble bath.
Bubble bath? What
Yeah.
is bubble bath?
No, I just like bubbles. I've never watched SpongeBob.
No, that's okay. Thank you for letting me
I
play.
was blowing bubbles when I first bought it.
Check 1, 2, check. Hey, we are back. Cool. We'll wait for more people. Wait for some more furs to get back in. Hello.
Hello. Sorry, I was just standing by.
Oh, didn't know if you wanted to sit somewhere or you're just gonna stand.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna head over to Werewolf.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you.
Sure. This will be on YouTube, so it's all good.
I will text you later, Blind Wolf,
Okay.
on Discord.
Oh, okay. Oh, because you were at the other.
Yeah.
You were at the other one. Yeah.
Fine.
What's that?
Would you like a ducky?
I would not like a ducky at this time. Sorry.
You had a.
You have.
I thought you said something else really quick.
I was
What
going
does
to.
that mean? I literally just
Sorry,
found
my
outside.
brain
I don't
is
know who it
full of
was.
It's fine.
Oh, it's a game.
I'm going to message you because we're going to help you in Artist Alley tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep. That's fine. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you.
Did I accidentally ruin the game by stealing the ducky?
Let's see how many people come back in. Hopefully we have our crowd here. Come back in.
Yep.
That was a thing that existed. Hello.
My sister went to Zexicon.
wasn't canceled.
Why did they took it seriously?
Someone pretended to throw blood or some weird shit.
Better than chlorine.
I'm sorry, what? Yeah, somebody pretended to throw blood on the floor at ZenCon outside, so nobody was allowed to go outside the hotel, I believe.
Ugh.
Still have some people trickling in, so I'll. Yeah, at least this was an accident. So, wait.
I like the ZenCon.
Yeah, you might as well charge your phone again. Yep.
Those firefighters are gonna have a story when they get back.
They're probably gonna be embarrassed. They're gonna get what?
Well, I don't think they'd be embarrassing for them, but it would definitely be.
I think the hotel gets sued because it was a false alarm.
Really?
Or fined at least.
That sucks.
At least it wasn't like Motor City Con.
Serves them right for their slow ass elevator. Hello?
Oh well. No way. Oh, is this the end of the?
You better be.
May I have your attention, please? May
Yes.
I have your attention, please? The cause of the alarm has been identified and corrected. The Philadelphia Fire Department has given an all-clear signal. Evacuate, you may return to the hotel at this time. I repeat, the cause of the alarm has been identified and corrected. We apologize for any
It has been ejected from the con!
Thank God. That was
All right.
I'm gonna assume that they did, but I don't know.
Looks like we have some people coming back in. Thank you guys for coming back.
You know this game?
Yeah, it's a great game.
All right, we are back. I think we are back in action here. It looks like we got most of the people that were here now. So I think what I'll do is I'll resume from where I was because I think most of the people are back here. So thank you guys for coming back, first off, since we were rudely interrupted by smoke.
Streaming the whole time.
Oh yeah, it's not streaming, it's recording. So,
I mean, yes.
but I can cut it out.
Gen Z doesn't know what recording is.
So for those of you on the internet, we had a fun smoke alarm. In fact, I'll probably keep a part of that in. So it was a fog machine causing the smoke alarm to go off. Anywho, or the fire alarm. So anyway, so where were we? We were saying that Aces can do all the stuff that Allos can do, right? People that are sexual, right? So where was I was talking about? Ah, yes, I was going to say, please see the resources slide for more information on people that not confusing feel good with comfortable with it. So that was the last thing, yeah. So the only thing aces lack is that sexual attraction to another person. Excuse me. So you do all the things that allos can do. Hello, welcome back. We're just getting started again. Thank you. Yep. So, are you good? You good? All right. So yeah, so aces can do all things allo can do. They just lack that sexual attraction to another person. Let's move on. Yay, we're connected again. So aces may have vastly different opinions on sex. There are a number of things here. So for themselves, they may be repulsed, averse, indifferent, or favorable. For others, or social beliefs, or rather societal beliefs, they may be positive, neutral, or negative. And there's definitions there. Once again, this slideshow will be available for you to click and tap on, so you can take a look at that resource when you have it in your paws. Aces, once again, we do not need to be corrected. We don't just have low T. We don't just need to find the one. We are not late bloomers. We're not celibate. We're not invalid if you've had sex or the rare or monosexual attraction to another person. We are not plant sea sponges, amoebas, or worms. We are not broken, and we are not alone. So.
What if we are worms?
Like physical? Like bones?
Well, people equate aces to those actual animals that are asexuals and thus can reproduce without a partner. Basically, they can reproduce on their own.
Reject humanity, embrace worm.
Embrace worm. Embrace worm. Reject humanity. Embrace worm. Okay, maybe.
Technically, we're already houseplants.
Remember that we are valid and a part of pride. All right. So yay. So because there are some people out there that think that aces are not, they should not be a part of pride. So that's silly. We're definitely a part of pride. Right, exactly. So we'll get to that. So for your information, asexuals have Asexual Awareness Week. We have a Disabled Aces Day, so doubly true for me and others who have other disabilities. There's an International Asexuality Day, and there seem to be a lot, seem to pop up in comics a lot. So there's actually, that last one links to an Aces in Comics Twitter account. So very cool. I signed up for notifications for it, and all of a sudden my phone goes boo because there's just so many aces. I had no idea. So that's new for this year. So I thought it was a good.
I have read that Mordecai Heller from Lackadaisy is asexual.
That there you go. So that's another one. So.
Thank God I wasn't just projecting.
So I'm going to talk about the split attraction model. So it's one model of sexuality. So other sexualities have the same romantic attraction as their sexual attraction. So example, if you're a homosexual, or rather, if you are homosexual, you will most likely be romantically and sexually involved with someone of the same gender. The romantic and sexual attractions are the same. The split attraction model unlinks those two attraction types. Put another way, you can have a romantic ace. Okay, it enables aces to understand themselves better and be understood by others. And personally, this helped me understand who I am more, considering I was not aware that I could have ace and still kind of keep that romance, or rather, if I could be ace and keep that romantic side. And I'm still figuring stuff out. And yes, someone can be both asexual and aromantic. We'll get into that.
What about being like both bisexual and asexual? Like that's a complicated.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. All right. We'll get to someone who's. Yeah. So we'll get into all that. So what is aromanticism or aromantic? So it's the lack of romantic attraction towards other people. So they may be called aros, right? So we have aces, or for asexuals, and aros for aromantics. Someone can be both aro and ace, which is an aro ace. It's possible to be aro without being asexual. So someone could be without that romantic attraction, but have some other sexual attraction. So that's entirely possible. I'm still figuring out my romantic attraction personally. Both aro and aro ace have their own flags, and both are, of course, valid and a part of pride, just like asexuality is. Oh, and this sticker is based on my dog Cooper. He's a good boy. Puppy. Yep, it's Cooper. Hi, Cooper. Here's some sampling of some of the pride flags you may see. So we have asexual, demisexual, gray sexual, aromantic, demi-romantic, gray romantic, and aroace. So we have those 7 flags there. That's just a small sampling of what's out there. So once again, we have the sexual attraction, the romantic attraction things, and then others. Is there some question back there? Everything okay? Gotcha. Just making sure.
I never knew the aroace flag was so beautiful.
Yep, it's a flag. You guys, so it's possible to use the flag that fits you best, or multiple flags, what have you. You have too many flags? Okay. So this was just an example of what you may see, okay? That's all right. We're gonna continue on now. So aces may be different socially, right? So this is where it gets a little bit interesting. So some aces, aros, or aro aces may not understand or see no point in the nuances of flirting. So that's something where someone is flirting with you, you may not really understand that they're flirting with you. So that's something. They may be tone deaf to the romantic or sexual impact of an event or action. So let's say, I don't know, just pulling this off the top of my head, like someone who may not understand the or see the value in, let's say, like the stereotypical thing of buying their partner like a box of chocolates or something for Valentine's Day. That's just like the first stereotype off the top of my head, but they may not understand or see value in that. They may not understand that romantic gesture. So there's that. May tune out or not relate to sex or sexual conversations among groups. So I'm not interested in hearing about various things that you guys are talking about related to sex. Please no, thank you very much. So that's just me. There are some aces that may be too open to them, because to them it's like, or think it's funny or hilarious. Sex and sexual conversations, they may think it's scientific or it's neat. And then people around you may say, why are you talking about all this sexual stuff? And you're like, oh, it's neat, it's funny, it's just a thing. So, because
you kind of look at it like it's like you're watching a performance, and
this
is something.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fair, that's valid. Yep, that's a valid viewpoint. That it's just another thing. It's not there's no, I'll call it like feeling or weight behind it. It's just another thing that exists, right?
So
okay.
The social nuance of it being inappropriate to talk about doesn't really register right.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like it would be. It's just something. I don't really relate to the inappropriateness of it.
Sure, that's fair. Hi, we have some people coming back in. All right, we'll continue on here. If you find an ace attractive, all right, we have some. We're giving a panel here. I'm sorry. It's all right. Just wanted to. All right. Is everyone okay back there? Okay. All right. So if you find an ace attractive, don't be offended if they don't return the thought. Right. So it's not me. It's not you. It's me. I'm ace. And someone may say, "Oh, cool. What's your favorite kind of cake?" So if someone if someone is attracted to you and you're ace, and you should let them know, hey, don't feel bad that I'm not attracted to you. It's just I'm ace. That's the way I am. So there's that. Aces may understand, or rather, aces may understand what conventionally attractive is, but don't have that sexual attraction. So they may go through a list to say, this is what normal, I'll call it allos or sexual people see as attractive to one another, but they like that laundry list of, yep, you need to have this kind of eyes, or this kind of hair, or this kind of this kind of that. They may understand what that is, but there's no attraction there for them, for aces. Maybe knowing you are or someone else's ace can explain things or save a relationship. It's possible, right? So if you have a partner and they never, let's say, come on to you, or they're never interested in sex, like you may think, oh, so-and-so never has sex with me, I must be horrible. It's like, no, maybe they're ace. Like, that's possible, right? So go ahead, talk to your partner, right? So consider talking to a therapist and be comfortable with yourself, ace or otherwise. So it's totally possible that that's a thing. If you're having issues with a relationship. Please talk to your ace, aro, or aro's friends or partners. Everyone just wants to be heard, understood, and happy. How do I know if I'm ace, aro, aro, ace? Well, I have a ton of resources for you for more info, or if you want to talk about during open floor, we totally can, although I don't know what time it is. Can someone let me know what time it is?
22 minutes out.
9:30. Okay, so I guess this is done at, well, okay.
About an hour or something, right?
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, I don't know like what they're going to do because of, well, I guess it was only a couple minutes really that we were out, so I don't know like what they're going to do when this officially ends, so we'll see if someone comes to bug us. We'll just leave it for that. So this was in the news last year. So Aro, or rather Ace, Aro, and Aro's representation got put into The Sims 4, which is a video game by EA. So people actually got really, 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 really mad about this. And they also got really, 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 really mad that EA put like the optional ability to add like pronouns.
Let me guess. They thought it was quote-unquote woke.
They thought it was woke. Like people were not happy. So when EA went and did a press release about this, there was an FAQ, and in the FAQ they said something amazing, and that was, there's a question that says, "Can I turn this feature off?" And they said, "No, you can't turn this feature. You can't turn this feature off." They said so. EA said in this FAQ, they said, "While we try to give players the option to toggle certain gameplay features, LGBTQIA+ identities are a fact of life and not a toggle to be switched on or off." So that is.
EA did one good thing.
EA has done some good things, yes. And they say also in that same article, please know that we are committed to. Excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. To continuing to improve our representation of the LGBTQIA+ community, and they have the press release there as well as more with the, I believe, it's the designer there that actually put that feature in. So very, very good stuff. Very happy to see that. I wish there was more recent news about Ace stuff. We can talk about that during open floor. So this year I got a new job, but last year when I was at my old job, I came out as Ace at work, which I had never done before. So that was awesome. Thank you. And they wrote like a little article about it, like just a tiny little thing. There's the Instagram post there. I took that picture and they put it up there on Instagram. Really, really cool stuff. I was really happy. Never did that before, ever. So just being that comfortable with yourself can really just help in general with life, right? So. On labels, so this is, I think we're close to the end here. So asexuality and aromanticism are orientations as well as spectrums, which I believe a couple of you already had mentioned. Main categories within are gray, demi, so main are gray and demi. There's FAQs that you can read on the resource slide for even more. There are micro labels, which are below, and ace spec identities. So I say that there are micro labels, so you can see below, and this particular information on the resource side. So the ace spec identities / ace aro spec identities. So in action, you may say, "I'm a blank romantic and blank sexual." So you may say, or you may want to fill in the blanks with a, demi, gray, bi, poly, pan, ago, etc. So you may say, "I'm a pan-romantic asexual," or "I'm an aromantic pansexual." So you see how those micro labels can make things more nuanced. But at the end of the day, finding words and labels to help express and explain yourself to others is incredibly fulfilling. But don't be afraid to explore and let them go as you evolve your understanding of yourself and as life changes. It's hard. I'm still exploring and discovering. You should too. And of course, talk it out with a therapist if need be. And you matter, right? Everyone just wants to be heard, understood, and happy. Please take care of yourselves. Something that I didn't put in this slide, but it was in my furries and mental health presentation was, you are an endangered species. There is only one you, so please take care of yourselves. And be proud of who you are. So there I am over there. There I am over there. All right, so we have some noise. Yeah, so be proud of who you are. There's some ACE furry chat groups right here. You can join them. They actually are links to their rules channels. You need to agree to them before you join those chats. If you can't scan these in time, it's fine. You'll have these in the presentation. You can click on the links if need be. Tons of further reading and resources for you all, of course. I can't list all of these out, but there's just a lot of cool stuff here. Jaden Animations did a great animation. They got really popular on ACE and Aero ACE stuff. So really good stuff. So I mentioned the ACE spec identities and Aero spec identities before. Possible signs of asexuality, the series on Asexual Archive, that was a big thing for me. I recommend, if you're curious about if you're ace or not, take a look at that. Also, always happy to discuss on here during open floor, as I said before. So what do we learn? The split attraction model, which I mentioned before, separates sexual and romantic orientations, but is only one model. Asexual ACE is the lack of attraction towards other people. Aromanticism, Aero, is a lack of attraction towards other people. People can be ACE, Aero, or Aero ACE, both. Asexuality and aromanticism are orientations as well as spectrums. And ACE's attitude towards various things can differ from ACE to ACE, such as how they feel on sex, pawing, masturbation, other things. There's a whole gray area and micro-labels regarding ACE or Aero too. As you learn more about yourself, don't let the labels hold you back. Don't be afraid to seek help from a therapist, talk out your thoughts and feelings, and you are valid. And if you want to keep in touch, I'm just a hal away. There's all my social media, of course. A woo, of course, yes. This is my third panel at FD. I have one more tomorrow. Personal finance for furs, how to get your fursuit for free. I already did. This is my third one today. Furries and mental health, furries with disabilities, and now this one, asexual furs meet and greet. If you missed something, all of these panels are going to be on YouTube for you to view at your leisure, as well as the presentations are available on Google Drive. So you'll have that link there. And be social. Make sure to use the Asexual Furs or Ace Furs hashtag on social media to let others, including me, what you thought about this panel. Continue discussion on asexuality and other topics brought up here. How has finding Ace, Aero, or Aero Ace positively impacted your life? Don't be afraid to say hi. I want to meet you all and be a proud furry and tell us more in open floor right now. Thank you very much. And as a reminder, thank you. Yeah, thank you. As a reminder, if people had safe for work ACE stories or experiences to share, right, this is where you guys get to meet and greet each other. Or if you had any other thoughts, I know I had that slide, hey, am I Aero Ace? You can ask during the open floor here. So yeah, go ahead, go nuts. What do you guys have to share? Anything? Yes, back there. Yeah, you had a question? Yeah, hi. You right there. Yes, you. Yes.
I actually have a very positive story.
A positive story. Okay.
So I went to Pride. I actually got this from someone who was giving them to everybody, and I actually had a friend who had no idea what asexuality was, so I introduced him like a little chart that somebody made, including with the updated definitions and how with two flags you can use to show that asexuality is a spectrum, including that one up there.
Right.
And I've showed them like so many micro labels that exist to show them that asexuality is pretty complicated, but it's a really fascinating thing.
It is.
They told me they were questioning if they were ace, and I'm like, so white stripe.
Well, I mean, you don't have to keep the ACE label if you don't think it fits you anymore, but you can always define it with those micro labels. If that person is questioning, like, that's completely fine. It's really up to them. And
I'm just trying to help them out.
oh, sure, yeah.
And my friend from Germany, well, they told me that they didn't think they were valid. I told them that they were.
They're totally valid. Everyone's valid, for sure. Everyone is going to have a different life experience.
He doesn't have a nice family, that's why.
Okay.
She feels the way she does.
Okay. Well, I hope they find a better living situation soon so they can more freely express themselves and be themselves and discover themselves. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're all trying to do, right? We're just trying to live our lives and be happy in this life, right? So, and once again, right, if they need someone to talk to, there's always a therapist, there's always friends, there's their furry community online, that kind of stuff. So.
And also, Pride is like very welcoming towards aces too.
Okay, that's good that Pride is welcoming, because I think there's still some confusion out there, right? That you know, oh, like what are you fighting against as far as, you know, like the misunderstanding, like, and of course there's a misunderstanding against what ace actually is. So.
There's Yasmin. She's a very popular ace figure.
Okay.
You know who she is, right?
What is it? What's the person?
Yasmin.
Yasmin?
She's from the UK.
No, I don't know who Yasmin is.
Very popular asexual figure.
Okay. All right.
She will tell you like all the misconceptions and all that stuff. She will try to get people to understand asexuality.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about the Jaden animation. Okay. Yeah, this is a different person, Yasmin. Okay. All right. All right. Well, thank you for sharing about Yasmin and your friend. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
Oh no.
No. Okay. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to share or say who they are, or if they're questioning if they're ace or not, or any other thoughts, comments, feelings, feedback? Yeah. Question. Yeah.
I just want to sort of engage with the premise that aceness can be, it's hard to word it. My mom told me that when she was younger, she thought she was ace, and then she met my dad, and then 3 kids happened, and
Right.
etc. So I guess just as someone who's a bit, I mean, I don't want to say I'm older because I'm only 24, but
I'm 37. So.
yeah. But like, I guess I think that some of the younger folks who get into these labels sometimes use it as a way to almost shut off the possibility of being introduced to stuff that they might like. Because there's the line between being ace and being like sex embarrassed prude
Right.
are different things. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But in a culture and society where we have like, you know, sex scene in a movie or TV show and the parents cover the kid's eyes,
Right.
maybe that kid will just grow up thinking that, you know, sex is not cool, sex is not for them, or they just have never really even seen anything.
Right.
So I guess I'm just saying I don't like when ace is a label for not exploring, I guess. You know what I mean?
No, I mean,
you said you're still figuring yourself out.
I'm still figuring myself out from a romantic perspective, but from an ace perspective, like I have, I'm 37. I can tell that I'm ace.
Yeah.
You know, for someone younger, like I get it, where like they may just be exploring and like they may say, oh, you know, I'm ace this day and I'm this day and this that. You know, like that's that's. You know, if you're younger and you're, you know, hopping orientations from day to day, like that's, you know, that is what it is. But you know, over time, if things are sticking, it's not a phase, right?
Yes.
Like, you know, as I said at the start of this, like, you know, I was 14 and there were only 3 boxes, and you're put into straight by default because that's what you're put into. If, you know, that's just the way.
I can also share my personal kind of ace.
Sure, go ahead. Share your story if you'd like.
Because I liked one of the things you said on there was like not late bloomers, which unfortunately I have to say that I am. I don't know how TMI I can get or want to get in here.
Okay.
But
it's up to you. But story, yeah, the stories, I would like to keep them safe for work if possible.
Yes. I didn't do anything with my body until I was 16 or 17. I can understand that. My brother is 3 years younger than me. We were on a cruise ship once, with no internet, and he came up to me. He was 12, and he's freaking out. He's like, I haven't really in like 2 days, and I'm like,
oh,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, okay.
So I didn't learn anything, and then when it did happen, of course, in my sleep, when you can't help it, I went to my dad, and he laughed at me because he was like, you know, like, this is stupid. Why are you bringing this to me?
Yeah,
like, I have no experience with that. I don't know what happened.
Right. I totally understand where you're coming from. I will say that as far as your story, you know, as far as finding things out about the birds and the bees, if you will, later in life, that's totally valid, yes. I think I found out about some things by accident when I was that same age, around 16. So,
I guess it makes sense that sort of like coming to sexual maturity of the body happens later for people that are not actively, seeking it out.
I guess. I will say, I won't use her name, but my niece, my niece, yeah. So she's going to be 12 this year, and I could tell compared to last year versus this year, she's definitely more boy crazy. She's 11, but she's like, oh, cute boy, oh, cute boy, cute boy, cute boy. And mom and her and I are down the shore, and the code word is seagull. It's like, ooh, there's a seagull. Ooh, look at that seagull. So, but it's so funny because I'm thinking to myself, like, I was never like that when I was her age at 11. So it's like, yep, that's another sign that I'm ace, because I was never girl crazy or boy crazy or whatever. I was just me. I just wanted to go home and play video games or play computer games. I didn't care. So that's it. But yeah, well, thank you for sharing that story.
Thank you.
I'm sorry?
I'm done.
Did you have a question or comment? Story? Something you want to share? If not, it's okay. Yeah. Did you want to share?
Yeah. I guess I was like usually default box straight. My best friend and I, when we were growing up, we'd talk about like the boyfriends we had and the families we married.
Yeah.
And stuff. And then years down the line, she actually confesses to me that she is a lesbian.
Okay.
I checked, she never had a crush on me.
Okay.
Sad. But she did have a crush on other girls at the time, and I just never noticed. And I'm like, wow, that's new.
Right.
So I was like, what other things are there?
Oh,
and then
so
as I kept growing up, and I just I kept looking at aesthetically pleasing people and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like seeing people who seem to be pleased aesthetically by me, and then there's just nothing up here, nothing in my heart, nothing down below. And
I see.
It's not there. I don't think the circuits are in my brain. It would have happened by now. I'm 23. I've been through puberty.
Right.
There's just nothing.
Yeah. So you saw people, like, in your brain, you went through that checklist and be like, yep, this checks all the boxes for what humans see to other humans as aesthetically pleasing, but for me it does nothing. But for my friend, they go, oh wow, this is or some other person on the street, they go, oh wow, this is amazing. This person on the internet is making me have funny feelings everywhere, and you're like, what? Is that like what happened to you? Yeah.
Like
So
people like walk around talking about, oh yeah, I went on this.
Hi, did you want to come in? Are you good?
date.
Hi, did you want to come in?
I don't know if this family was some kind of wrong.
Asexuality.
Oh, interesting.
Yep, asexual for his meet and greet.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Okay, so
Not interested.
okay, no, that's fine.
I am not interested in anything sexual.
No, it's asexual. Asexual for his meet and greet. But in any event, I guess they weren't interested. That's fine.
And my dad just keeps saying I'm a late bloomer because he was a late bloomer.
Okay,
The
well.
way he talks, it sounds like he didn't feel anything until he was basically forced into his first relationship by a girl who thought he was hot. And then it just sort of unlocked something for him. I'm not willing to take that risk. I don't really want to be exposed to it. I don't want children.
Okay,
So,
that's completely fine.
Honestly, I'd rather be spayed like an actual dog, like the head I'm wearing, than anything else. They spay animals without permission, but a human ass, and they're like, no, you have to keep your own.
No,
place."
for real.
Jesus Christ, please take them out. I don't want these crabs.
Okay, and that's completely fine if you don't want them.
Polycystic ovarian syndrome, endometriosis. There's a lot of things that can go wrong with having a uterus.
Right.
People are like, you have to keep it until you're like 40. I don't want to keep it until I'm 40.
Your body should be your choice.
Understood.
Donate this to like a nice trans girl or non-binary person or someone who actually needs and wants it.
Mm-hmm.
What would be really evil is if they force someone with like ovarian cancer to keep it until you're 40.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't think a doctor in good conscience can force you to keep, those ovaries if they are cancerous. There's no way, right? So.
There's probably some doctors that might force you to keep them because.
Well, you are free to get another opinion from another doctor, right? So, it's as she said, right, or they said. I'm not sure of your pronouns. I'm sorry. My body, my choice, right? So. That's the way it is. All right. Well, thank you for sharing. Is there anyone else that had any other questions, concerns, comments, feedback, thoughts? Mm-hmm. Comment? Someone back there? Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Just my age story.
Oh, okay.
I remember being like in middle school and like you said, your niece, like they started to become boy crazy.
Yeah, boy crazy. Yeah.
I honestly thought attraction was a myth.
Oh, okay.
You're lying. There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way that that you're okay. So like you thought that other people had like some I'll call it like a special magnet in their head that attracted them to other people, and you just didn't have it, and you were like, what is this weird thing? Like, why are you so focused on other people, right?
Like how I guess excited or like obsessed they were with.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, calm down. It can't be that.
Yeah.
It's gone far.
Yeah, I can identify that with that because I had a friend. He was very into women, and like I actually got upset with him one day. I'm like, dude, why are you so obsessed with these women? Like, just stop talking about them. I don't understand why you're so obsessed with that. And then of course I learned later I was ace, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm ace and he's not. Okay, that's fine. It's you. You're ace or on the ace spectrum. And that's okay. You're among friends. There you go. All right. Well, thank you for sharing. Anyone else have any questions, comments, thoughts, concerns, feedback? Anything else? No. I don't know when we're actually supposed to end now, because unless we're
before 10 right now.
I'm sorry.
1 minute till 10.
1 minute. Okay. Cool. So I guess.
Panel in here until 10:30.
Oh, okay. Someone else have a question back there? Yeah.
I just want to say
Yeah.
especially in recent years, like after figuring out I was Airways,
Yeah.
how much I have enjoyed watching pieces of media where the characters, specifically like heterosexual man and woman characters, are in platonic relationship.
Like education beam.
I want to point out, I'm recently rewatching the MCU, and Black Widow, who is asexual, not by choice, but her relationships with Hawkeye and Captain America, like she is just so tight with them, and it is not in any way like romantic or sexual. Like they're just best friends.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy.
That's awesome. That reminds me, because if we go back to the resources slide, there's actually right here on the resource slide there is asexual characters in media, the bottom one. If you click on that, it has a list of characters. So like Perry the Platypus is ace. So among others. So like that's just the first one that popped in my brain, but yeah, like Jughead from Archie Comics and everything else. So.
You know, with Zootopia, everyone thinks, oh, Nick and Judy, they're going to get married and kids and all that. They could just have a platonic relationship.
They could. Nick and Judy could have a platonic.
Or whatever, you know?
That's possible.
It's quite possible that there's a platonic relationship.
But personally, I kind of want them to have a kid just to see what it is. But of course, if this is getting into different territory, if Nick and Judy did have a kid, they could still be an ace couple. They could just enjoy adult things.
Or in that world, are they able to mate? Are they able to bear children because they're different species?
We don't know.
A Babbitt or a Rox.
So, oh boy. All right. Well, so does anyone else have any thoughts? Someone back there, yeah. Oh, also, I think you had one too. Did you have one too? Okay, just yeah. Go ahead.
I was just wondering about
Oh, you. Okay. No, I thought he had it.
You and you.
Oh, both of you, yeah.
I just had a question about, in a lot of ACE forums and like groups that I'm in,
Yep.
I was wondering what the consensus is of asexuality by trauma in the community. Like, I think it's valid, but
Yeah.
There you go.
Wouldn't it be?
That's what I was
exactly. But on the other side, I've also had like, you're asexual because you've been through something horrible, and I'm like, no, that's a wild assumption.
Right.
But like, I want people who, you know, have had to go through something awful to feel welcome in our community.
Yep.
But also that that's not everyone, for everyone.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
people making assumptions like, oh, like those poor aces, like,
Oh, yeah.
That we're all, yeah, that's all because of trauma.
Right, yeah, it's not trauma, but it's bad that people would have that assumption for sure, if that ACE was based on trauma for sure. Yeah. All right, any other thoughts from you? And you had a question back there? Yep, this one right here.
Not so much a question, it's just, I guess, kind of an experience I had over my life.
Okay.
I don't know, I used to think that I was like I knew that I was probably on the spectrum, but I thought I was aromantic for a while, but eventually it just kind of like, I don't know, I guess it slowly started to, I guess, kind of come out that I've become semi-romantic because I realized that I just don't really feel any romantic unless I have a deep bond that my future partner told me that might have been the case, and you know, and that's eventually, since we've been friends for like over a decade at this point.
Yeah.
We actually got to meet each other for our first time last year.
Yay.
That's what really got me into it. Thank you. Yeah, my friend is a really sweet person, and I would do anything for them.
Okay. Gotcha.
But yeah, but I'm still in the ACE spectrum.
In the ACE spectrum. Right, so
I really don't like it when people say, "Oh, you're asexual, you can't feel any romantic attraction." That's absolute horseshit.
right, no, exactly, right. Yeah, so once again, right, ACE is a spectrum and demisexual, right, falls under that spectrum. But it's also ACE is an orientation, so if you want to be specific, which you did, you said, "Hey, I'm demisexual," which is the fair term, right? So, all right. Well, thank you for sharing. Anything else? Anyone have anything else? Oh, you had. Oh, so you had.
Oh, I just wanted to say that I find that a lot of aces are also aromantic.
I'm sorry. Who are aromantic?
Keep my head off.
Sorry.
I find that a lot of aces are aromantic. I don't know, maybe just from what I've experienced, but I'm not. I'm very romantic. And it makes dating very, very hard.
Oh, yeah.
Because finding a partner that a sexual person, it really is not interested in me.
Right.
Even just before they met me, just by finding out that I'm ace because they didn't put it in my bio and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm actually very romantic and it makes it hard. So yeah.
That's unfortunate. I think so my recommendation for that, I would say speak to the community, right? Because I don't have all the answers. I would say speak to the community, see what other ACEs have come up with as far as a recommendation on what to do, right? Okay. Okay.
I think it's kind of a little bit opposite for me. After I got together with my partner, I slowly became more invested in, I guess, romance. It's weird because like before then I was just like, ugh, romance, whatever. But now when we sometimes watch movies or together and we see a character that like kind of the same, because my partner's kind of skinny and I'm not skinny. I'm the exact opposite of that. So when we see yeah, but we I guess ever since then we've been more into romantic stuff, and it feels awkward looking at my past stuff because I was like, ew, romance. Now I'm just like, aw, they're just like us. That's
Yep. Gotcha. Well, you two, thank you for sharing. Is there anyone else? I think you had something again or no?
want to pose a question to the room, not trying to judge off appearances or anything, because I know that that's not great, but I kind of get a vibe that there's a lot of people in this room who this might be their first con, possibly? No? Yes?
Yeah, first.
And for, you know,
Been here since
Far
the
from
beginning.
first.
and for
This is
people,
my third, this is my third year.
and for people with con experience, the question is, as an ace person, how do you feel about how, like, going to a convention is for you? Do you feel that it's a different experience when you're not, and this might be a little bit of a, you know, my part, like, you know, inserting my own stuff, but you're not getting those invites to those parties, or you're being kicked out of places because you're ace and you're like, if you're not an option, you're not.
So
Anyone ever feel like that?
So
I don't know anything else.
So I can speak to that a little bit. So this goes back to, right, what we spoke of before about aces can have different thoughts and feelings
That's the
on.
assumption of others about ace people. Is
Right.
that we're all sex proof.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Just
so
as a big brush, because we're such a minority. I just
Right.
don't feel like we get represented well in that.
well, you know, if you think about it though, right, this is why this panel exists, so others can come and see and say that, see and learn to say, hey, this stop painting us with this paintbrush, and go ahead and learn about us, right? So that's what this is for. Yeah. That's what I've heard. Yeah.
I remember when someone
Because that
made
line
me a
exists.
Twitter page, they told me, warning, it said SFW, and I'm like, oh. And then I saw that they were ace in the file, like, I told you. Andy Warhol was ace too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to get too TMI again, but
And
like,
Marilyn Monroe.
I think it's because ace people understand the line between when it's from play and then when it gets serious. And when it gets serious, we kind of check out. We're like,
Yeah.
no, it's not that bad.
Really fascinated with that character.
I mean, that's fair.
Because like, when, at least when I talk to allosexual people, it's like, they experience all forms of attraction simultaneously. So like, if you're not
Oh.
one thing,
Couldn't
then
be me.
you're, like, it's either yes or no.
Yeah.
Like with aces, it's like, it's a spectrum, it's almost like fractured lights. Like,
That's interesting.
kinky ace, you can be like, not so much ace, you can be like sex positive.
Yeah, this stuff up here, right?
But there's a big difference between sex positive and sex repulsion.
Right.
Yeah.
Right there. Yep. Because once again, right, it's going to be your like stuff for you versus how you feel about it in society. So example, like for me, like I think like sex in general, like, or rather, you know, sex in society is fine. It's just, it's one of those things where like if I know it's happening near me, I'm like, no, get away, like.
Slowly back away.
Yeah, slowly back away.
Oh, follow-up question for the room, just curiosity on my part. Where do you fall in your siblings here? Any only children, firstborns? What is that?
Middle.
I'm the only child.
Middle child.
Whoa, lots of middle. Am I the only oldest?
Middle child.
I am.
Hey, my person.
I am the youngest of two, so I have my sister out in California.
It seems like middle is by. Can I show of hands? Who's the middle kids in here? Me. Because it sounded like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm the youngest of 5, and my mother died when I was 12 and a half, so that was a little bit
Sorry to hear that.
of traumatic. That was way back in '74, a long time ago. But, you know, I have brothers and sisters that married and had kids, although my sister married someone who had 2 adult kids and everything, going back there. And I've got all these nieces and nephews that are having kids. One of the nieces married a woman because, hey, with Massachusetts, all of a sudden things were legal and everything. And they were looking at me and going, why isn't he married? That's me. It's just the way I am.
Yep.
You know?
That's the way you are.
It's like, leave me alone. You want to get married and have kids, or you want to get married and not have kids, fine. But me, I don't want any of that. I'm living my life and I'm having fun.
Yep.
Don't you want to get married? No. That's the thing. Let me live my life.
Right.
That's me.
Let people live their
I'm
lives.
the
That's all
youngest in my
about.
case, you know?
That's what I was saying.
let me live my life.
We all just want to be happy and understood, and you know.
Not everyone will get married or have kids or
Yep.
whatever.
And that's completely fine.
Or relationship.
My brother, who I mentioned earlier in the story, is now
Yeah.
21. He asked me straight to my face. He's like, "Why is getting married and having kids such a low priority?"
Yeah.
I'm 21.
And my cousin, who's about the same age as me, was telling my sister, I think he's gay. I'm not gay, I'm asexual.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, does anyone else have any other questions, thoughts, comments, concerns, what have you? I know it's getting late, so. No one else? All right, well, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. No problem. We also have this book up here. If you're curious, you can take a look. I'm going to start shutting some stuff down now.
I know you're going to put this on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the audio up again like I did last year.
Okay.
On anthrocoon.com, so I'll put that up there. I will say there was a panel on asexuality at Vacation Land in
Really?
Maine. It was okay, but the woman was very shy.
Oh, okay.
We didn't really have stuff together, but there was a panel in Maine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Yep.
Thanks again.
Sure, no problem. Thank you for coming. Yeah, you too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, you? Oh, okay, yeah, I read the post. You gave your first.
Yes.
I'm the one, I mean, I was like, I'm
after one point, because I would expect to be so great, just like black lights and stuff like that. It was all pop back and everything.
originally. Then it became
Hey, great job on the mental health.
I don't know.
Oh, thank you.
Amazing job.
Thank you so much.
You
That-
had something like that, but
What's that?
you had a couple moves chopped up and stuff, but you pushed through. I love that about you. That was awesome.
Oh, because I started to get a little bit emotional, yeah?
Yeah. But hey, the habits all of us speaking something, and you pushed through, and I love that. That was awesome, dude. You did a great job.
Thank you very much.
Really, really inspiring.
Thank you. It was tough. So I can tell you that when the maker said Thursday morning that they couldn't get the head in time, I left 3 messages for Matt. I told Matt it was like it's like a fresh wound, like there's blood on the floor in the snow. It was just like, and he said it's like your child, and I'm like, I guess, like I don't really know how else to really.
In a lot of ways it is, it's a brainchild, if you will.
Yeah.
I wanted to first do something like that for this con, especially AnthroCon earlier this year, but never got around to it. I just never updated my persona yet. I wanted to get around to it, but hey, this is what it is for me.
Yeah. Have you sent me? Have we chatted on Telegram before?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Feel free to send me a message. If you want, I can share the audio with you here about what Matt said. If you would like to hear about what I said Matt and what he said back.
I think I'm good for right now and everything because I got the link and everything to the what's it called, the presentation itself.
Yeah.
So I got some of the resources out of that. So
Sure, but I mean, like this was when I found out that the first suit would not be like ready as much as I thought it would be. Right. That would be. Yeah. Did you want to listen to that now?
Do you have like a QR code?
No, it's audio that I have. I have in an app. You would have.
Yeah, you gotta get Telegram.
That's yeah.
I just want to look at your name.
Well, we're gonna head right over to the Rave and everything.
Go ahead.
I apologize, but I
Hey.
really appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem. I was happy to give the presentation. I got one more tomorrow. Feel free to come to it.
I think about that shit honestly all the time.
Feel free to message me on Telegram or anywhere else. I'm always here.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yep. No problem. Because I'm bad with names. I am bad with names and stuff. So if you don't like message me now or whatever,
I'll be able to find
just just find me and say, hey, I spoke with you at blah blah, and we'll be good. Thank you for coming though. Yep. Just kind of cleaning up some cables here. Yep.
Just a thought. I mean, they do literally have like studies that show